All right. It's showtime. Vadim. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Your mic good, Vadim?
Hello, hello. Can anyone hear me?
Oh, I can. This is
Yeah,
a
we
good
can.
one.
Hello,
Okay, I
guys.
think
How
I
it's
can hear
going?
This
you.
is
Yeah,
gonna be
bro.
good.
Let me quickly
Eugene's
fix it.
talking too. Eugene. Oh, damn it. We
Oh,
lost him, Alex. We lost.
No,
Eugene,
I'm
why'd you
here.
talk? You scared him away, Eugene. Your beautiful voice. It was too good. I'm kidding. All right, folks, we're gonna get Vadim back up here, but we got a lot to talk about. I'm gonna say it up front, and I know I keep saying this every week, but it's because it's true every single week. Um, things are consistently ramping up. They're getting better and better, and I would argue, Alex, I'll let you kind of tell me your thoughts too, but I'd argue we're probably about to make one of the biggest sneak peek announcements in the history of boss fighters. Would you agree with that?
Most likely, yes. At
Most like
least
you see,
I haven't seen. At least I haven't seen any such big announcements
Yeah,
yet.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay, we're gonna wait for Vadim to get back up before we do the whole topic of discussion. But I'm telling you guys, literally all your guild members, everyone you know, people in general chat, y'all need to tell them if they ever played boss fighters, want to get involved in boss fighters, they're in the community. You need to get them in this town hall right now. I'm telling you, we'll have the recording up in a couple days, of course, courtesy of Eugene. We love Eugene. Eugene, unmute real quick. Why not, Eugene? Let's let everyone hear your beautiful voice.
A guy who is making videos every time from
Yep.
our town
There you
halls.
go, Alex. There you go, Alex. Look, even Alex is giving you Eugene. Come on, Eugene, hit it. Hit that damn unmute button. I might have scared him, Alex. I might have scared him off in the beginning. It's okay.
Maybe.
It's okay. It's okay. So while Vadim gets everything fixed, set up, I'll give you guys a little bit of an outline of what we're going to talk about today. I'm not going to dive into it all yet, obviously, until we get Vadim back up here. But everything we're going to talk about today, actually, Vadim, yeah, let me see. You should be able to just come
Yeah,
straight up.
he's here.
Yeah. Let me pull him up. Okay,
I
Vadim,
don't have such
you shoulda
fancy
got that.
rights, but you can.
Okay, perfect. Finally, I can hear you guys, and
Ah,
I guess you can hear me as well.
there we go.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm
Everyone feel
having
good?
some issues with the internet today, and like my headphones are behaving weirdly, so hopefully it's not gonna affect the experience a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna pray to the boss fighters gods, because Vadim, of all the town halls, this is probably the most important one that we cannot have you have a technical difficulty on. So I'm doing a quick
Okay.
boss prayer, and it's all gonna be great. I can feel it. I'm manifesting it, brother. Okay. Is everyone ready? Alex, are you ready?
As usual, always
Perfect.
ready.
He's so calm, cool, collect. How can you not love him? Vadim, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's
Okay.
go.
Okay. All right, folks, we have a ton of stuff, a ton of stuff to get into today. But the first thing I do want to tell you guys is, off the bat, is that we do have a reward for 3 people in here today. And the only reason I'm telling you guys this at the beginning of this is because we are going to award 3 people in this space today who ask the best questions. All right. Who ask the best questions, provide, tangible, intelligent questions, etc., that benefit the community, or, really dive into the topics we're talking about. 3 of you are going to be rewarded with the super coveted collectible acid fighters. That's right. You guys have an opportunity to win an acid fighter skin today just by asking questions. So make sure you're paying attention to what we're saying. Make sure you ask questions at the end. You can put them in the comment section here, or you can raise your hand and come on up. Doesn't matter. Regardless, I'll make sure that anyone's questions are all asked and underway. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road. So if you guys have not seen the Unveiling in-Game Economy Part 3 that we did have uploaded to our Medium article, I have now put it into the Town Hall chat. You can see it there. You can follow along as we go. But the first part of this town hall is we're going to dive deep in this article, make sure everybody's crystal clear on how this economic structure works, and then we'll go from there. So, first and foremost, you pull up the article, you can see it. Obviously, the main thing we're talking about is crafting, merging, and of course, perks. So, as you can see in the initial graphic, it's very cool. And honestly, I think it's pretty damn simple to understand. You craft different rarities into a better rarity, right? merge commons into a rarity, and you enjoy perks based off this. And so, really, without just diving into, all the technical aspects of it, I think the best way, to start this off, Vadim, really kind of dive deep and explain this. Because if you go further into it, you can also see that this correlates with the boss too, with the boss's weapons. So a lot of people thought, the main aspect of this would be fighter weapons, but we also see that this is going to be available for boss weapons as well. So kind of give a brief overview of how this crafting merging system works, and then we'll dive into the perks.
Okay, so where to start? So basically, any kind of item that you equip on your character and use in a battle can be merged or crafted. So crafting is like the baseline thing, and merging is like increasing the rarity of the item by merging together two of the items of the previous rarity. So like exactly as you said, let's say we have this boss weapons as we have them on the screenshot here, like on this small infographics thing in the article. So we have the laser, we have like these are by the way new like slightly updated designs for the boss weapons. So the laser, the toxic gun, toxic spear gun, the seismic hammer, and the spiked maul. So all of these items can be crafted and merged together to increase their rarity. And I think last time we were talking about that, like in-game items that have those like power perks, basically the gameplay perks, they can be merged up to tier 6, like up to the mythic tier. And with this, you get like fancy looking texture for the item. But then you can also, like, if you go and craft them into digital collectibles, essentially making these items tradable and like immutable, like storing them on a blockchain. Essentially, you can go up to the unique item, and like any item that you craft and convert into a digital collectible additionally receives a value perk. So yeah, that's basically how it works. And maybe you have like some specific questions, and I'm happy to answer. Alex can also hop in and answer some specific details about this system.
Yes. So one of the biggest questions, the community definitely wants to know is, how do these perks work, right? And what can we expect? Are they similar to, kind of the things that are dropped during combat that people can pick up in real time in the game? What can we really expect with these perks, and how will they, enhance the gameplay?
Okay, that's a good question. I think you can take this, Alex. Yeah.
Okay. So as Vadim mentioned already, there are two types of perks: value perks and power perks, right? But no matter the type, these perks are passive bonus, which modify your base stats. So these perks, they attach to items. You cannot pick up them during the match. It doesn't drop. It exists on your equipment. So what you equipped increases your stats. For example, you equipped a rocket launcher that says that has a perk plus 10% of bonus damage, right? Of just damage plus 10% of damage. It means that all damage that you deal to boss will be 10% higher than by default. So if by default the rocket deals, let's say 50 damage, with that 10% bonus it will deal 55 damage, and you can stack as many perks as you want, as much as you can actually on your equipment. So you may have, for example, 5 different perks on different items all give you plus 10% of damage. It means that you get plus 50% of damage. So now your rocket launcher deals 75% damage instead of basic 50 damage. And same with value perks. They work as stats modifiers. So there are stats that define how much you earn tokens, cash, or flex, or whatever else, some resources after the match. And those perks work as multipliers. But for value perks, they also come with an active task that you need to complete during the match to activate that perk. So if it says deal 1000 damage with rocket launcher, if you don't do it during the match, you will not get that bonus from that value perk. But a good thing is that you can stack different perks with same tasks. So you may have let's say 4 token perks on 4 different items that equipped on you, and each of those perks has a task: deal 1000 damage with rocket launcher. If you deal 1000 damage with rocket launcher, all 4 perks will trigger together at the end of the match. So in basic, in base level of functionality, it's just stat modifier. So it allows you to make builds, to choose your preferred playstyle. For example, you like to play with slime lobber for some reasons, right? Then you will try to get as many perks as you can that give you tasks to do with slime lobber, and you can complete many of them simultaneously doing the same thing, and get all the rewards at the end of the match. And also you're getting more and more passive combat bonuses from perks, also aimed to slime lobber. And for that, as it was mentioned before, you're doing this merging and rerolling stuff, so you can change perks and get exactly what you want.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, one thing to add here, like basically to like the bottom line here, think of these perks as your like build. This is basically the thing how you can modify your build, how you can tweak the build of your character. So the items that you equip in battle and skins that you equip on top of the items, they all matter in terms of like what kind of build do you want to have. Like let's say you enjoy like fighting with a railgun. You really like to shoot from afar, then it makes sense for you to like actively select for the perks during this merging process. That obviously this kind of like a random process. There is a chance of getting some kind of perks, but yeah, that's basically how it works. You kind of pursuing the goal of like optimizing for certain parameters of your build. You want to like have huge amount of damage on your railgun, then you have to select the perks. Like either you do it on your own, or maybe you go to the marketplace and you purchase those items on the marketplace, and then you go from there. Like you can again increase the quality of these items by merging them together, and the whole process of merging. We can talk about this in detail like shortly, but yeah, think of it as like the tweaks to your character build. So we want players to customize their experience by selecting these items with different perks.
Yes. So choose your playstyle and choose perks that improve your playstyle.
Amazing work, guys. Amazing work. And real quick, we have a bunch of new people joining in. Reminder, we are giving away 3 Acid Fighter cosmetic skins, 3 of the most interactive, best questions that are asked during this town hall. So at the very end, we will open it up to questions. You can raise your hand. We'll pull you up here. You can ask whatever question you need to, as well as if you would love to ask a question in the chat in the town hall, click the top right icon. Looks like a little bubble. You can type your question there too. We'll make sure to answer it as well. Now, a big thing with this too is just to make sure it's crystal clear for everyone is, so okay, right? You have your weapons, right? And then obviously, you craft and then you merge to then increase. So you craft to increase the rarity of your weapon, and then you merge 2 of the past rarities in order to increase the rarity of your weapon. And along these lines too, though, where it goes into the perk system is that you can actually save one of your perks when upgrading an item, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so that's done
you either
by using
can go random,
keep going.
or you can lock one of them and make sure it will stay with you.
Perfect. And this is done by the premium currency Flex. So let's talk a little bit about Flex. How does Flex work? What exactly is Flex? How can people earn Flex?
Okay, I'm gonna take this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this one. So Flex is so like let's just like set a frame of reference here. So the Flex is a pretty standard premium currency that you're like all familiar in the games. So in our game, it is also like a little bit similar to what Big Time has in terms of like those time crystals. So Flex is used to like buy some in-game shop once we add the in-game shop items, because like again, I want to.
Oh, Seems Vadim has connection issues.
Yeah, I think he cut out for a second. You want to pick up off that, Alex?
We
You'll
can
have like access to.
Okay.
Oh wait,
he's back.
Vadim, go back 10
Yeah.
seconds. You cut out. You cut
Okay.
out. Go
Okay.
back 10
So,
seconds.
all right. So, the game is not exclusively Web3. In fact, it's quite the opposite. So we want the game to be appealing for traditional gamers and for Web3 gamers. So Flex is like a normal standard premium currency that you all know from Web2 traditional games. So in our game, it's also a little bit similar to like what Big Time in the form of time crystals. So basically, use this premium currency to buy some items in the in-game shop once we add it. You also use this premium currency to craft and recharge badges. And we were talking about badges like a few weeks ago. And you can also use the flex to lock perks when you merge items. So like this is exactly if you want to save the perk and like basically if you want the item to inherit the perk you like once the item becomes like the higher rarity, then you need to use flex to lock the perk. Otherwise, you kind of relying on the random thing. It's kind of 50-50 if you merge into items, what kind of perk will go into the next level.
Okay, that's genius. That's very good. So everyone here, you have to be very strategic with this, with your perks. And again, just to clarify, so if I have two items that have the same perk on it, I'm guaranteed to retain that perk, correct?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes,
Perfect.
that is
That's
correct.
huge.
Flex.
That's huge. Okay. And then the amount of perks that you can have on your weapon, right? So obviously at every even level, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10, the perk from the previous level gets an upgrade. Now,
Yes.
how many perks can you have at one time on your weapon?
So
okay, that's a straightforward calculation. Sorry, I'm probably lagging
yeah.
a little bit behind, so yeah, I can intersect you.
It's okay.
So again, let's go back to this thing that we have in-game items and we have digital collectibles. Crafting creates digital collectibles from in-game items. All digital collectibles can go up to tier 10, basically from common to unique. The in-game items can only go up to tier 6, and they cannot be traded on the marketplace. That means they start from common and like they go up to the mythic tier. So and the power perks, they all go up to tier 6. So the question is, how many perks can a player have on a single item or on a whole character build, right? So let's calculate this. It's like super easy. Every odd level, an item receives a new perk, and every even level, the perk gets upgraded because the perks, they have the rarities, but also they have like small tiers within the perk rarity. Let's say the perk can be like a rare perk, but also it can be like 1-star, 2-star, 3-star perk, which increases like the effectiveness of the perk. So if you have a character and if you're not engaging in Web3 part of the game at all, let's say you have a fully equipped character, you have a weapon, you have a gadget, and you have a tool, and we're talking about the fighter, and you have like the character, like the basically your like the character that you play with, not the skin, but the character, and we can talk about this a little bit later. So, and let's say you have all of the items leveled up to tier 6 to the mythic. So that basically means that you have 3 power perks on each of these items, and the effects of these perks, they kind of combine together. So they basically they all stack together, and you get the additional bonuses by getting those points of the perks. But let's say you converted those items into digital collectibles, and like a player, like really dedicated player, one has all the items of the unique rarity. So that means you're still gonna have 6. You're still gonna have 3 power perks on each item because power perks go only up to tier 6, right? But you're gonna have 5 perks, value perks, on unique item. So if you have a unique item, unique digital collectible item, then it means you have 5 value perks and 3 power perks. If the item is so what's the previous, like it's a exotic rarity item, then it means the item has 4 value perks and 3 power perks. And if it's a mythic item, then it means there are 3 value perks and 3 power perks, and so on. So yeah, that's basically how it works.
Yes.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, Alex, continue, please.
Yeah, the only important remark here is that power perks appear on all items, but value perks appear only on NFT items. So
Yeah.
if you don't convert it on common level, but for example, you merged items up to mythic rarity without converting to NFT, when you convert it to NFT, you get 3 value perks, but they all will be random, so you will have no chance to log them or change. They will be just generated randomly. But you still can do conversion on any level up to mythic. So if you don't plan to play with crypto, you want just to enjoy gameplay. You don't need to convert items. You just craft it up to mythic level, get all the best power that you can get from it, and enjoy same experience as Web3 players.
Fantastic. And so the big thing to note then too, right, is we're making it so it's not pay to win. Like
Yes.
everyone has the same competitive advantage,
Yes.
to
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Indeed,
Perfect.
digital collectibles don't give any extra advantage.
Perfect. Yeah,
I mean, in
obviously the
public
community wants to know
matches.
that. Okay. Fantastic. Thank you guys. That's beautiful. So then the next part of this then too then is the perk upgrade system, right? Which we touched on this a little bit, but obviously, there's the 1-star, which is a high chance, 2-star, which is a moderate chance, and the 3-star, which is a low chance. And what people would also want to know is there anything you can do to increase your chances overall on, certain perks that you're going to get?
Yeah. I'm gonna take this one. So in the list of resources that we have below this, at the bottom of this article, we have 2 resources. Like initially, like the working name was like the boosters, the merge boosters, but right now we call them like reinforcers and variators. So what it's a sort of a like in-game currency that you get as in-game rewards for playing battles. So at least we don't plan to do it like for now. We don't have any plans to sell these items. So you have to play the game. So you have to play the game to get these resources. And we want to create an incentive for players to play the game more, because those who play the game, they get those resources, and that means you get like better chances of getting better perks in the process of merging and like crafting of the items. So with these reinforcers, you can basically like apply this reinforcer in the process of merging item and like increase the chance of like 1-star, 2-star, like a 3-star perk. Basically, you're getting like additional chance by applying these reinforcers to get a higher tier of the perk, like higher star of the perk. And these stars, this is like basically marginal numerical increases, like incremental increases in the power of the perk. And let's say the perk says the damage, like the baseline, the 10% damage increase on this weapon. So with a 3-star, it might be like 15% increase. So like this is just an additional way of fine-tuning your build and like min-maxing for those who really want this thing. And yeah, important aspect is you have to play the game, you have to get the rewards to get those additional resources in the form of reinforcers and variators.
Beautiful. Very well said. Extremely helpful. Alex, do you have any other thoughts you want to throw on that or no?
No, nothing to add.
Okay,
Everything
perfect.
said perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, we have a lot to cover. Guys. You guys are crushing it. Okay then. And so, yeah, we're almost to the end, which is good too, because we got a lot to cover too. But, so then obviously, we talked about maintaining perks, upgrading perks, changing your perks, but obtaining the perks itself come from, every odd level of merging. So 3, 5, 7, and 9. where you gain a new perk, the perk's rarity can be either lower or the same as the current item's rarity, with a small chance at it being higher. Players can change this new perk using a variator with the same chances. So the question is on this with variators, what is some advice you could give to people that are looking to upgrade these perks on using the variators correctly?
You can take this, Alex.
Yeah, so the logic here is pretty simple. If you don't like the star you got, use variator and try your luck again. That's all. So it has same chances. I mean, if you don't like that perk, right? So it has same chances. All perks distribute according same probabilities, no matter if you craft a new item, merge two items, you're receiving an item as a reward after the match, or using variators. All perks have fixed appearance chances, and we using kind of controlled randomization. So we make sure if it says 1% chance, then it means if you crafted 100 items, or if you generated 100 perks, you will get that perk 100%. So it's not like a pure random, when 1% chance mean you can have 1,000 attempts and get nothing, right? We trying to avoid such mechanics because it's unfair, especially because you invest in your time and resources that you accommodated through plays, through playing the game. So yeah, chances are fixed, chances are predictable, and if you don't like the perks that you got, you just use variators and reroll it. So it saves your time, it saves your resources for something else in the game. Instead of crafting a new item, instead of merging other items, you can use variators to change exact perk that you don't like at the end of merge, and you can get these variators as much rewards with a certain chance as well.
I love it. I love it. Very brilliantly said. And so, guys, everyone here, man, the gist is to remember, basically, the best way to reap the most rewards throughout this whole process is to play the game. It's as simple as that. Play the game, and the more you play the game, the more rewards you're going to earn. Right? That's crystal clear, right, Vadim, in the simplest way possible?
Yes, exactly. So this is the best way to get as many rewards as possible, is to play the game.
Perfect. And so then into the, currency aspect of the game, BFT, everybody knows about it. Everyone's super excited, pumped about it. That's going to be our, obviously our token, right? And that's required for merging digital collectible items. Then you have Flex, which is our premium currency, which is required for each perk locked, being able to lock a perk during the crafting merging process. And then Cash, let's talk a little bit about Cash here. Cash is a mandatory fee for any merge scaling with the item's level. So let's talk about Cash. Again, how do you earn Cash? Where does Cash come from?
Yeah, there's actually not a lot to talk here. This is like a standard soft currency, as it's called in game design. So you just get this for playing the game, and this is basically the denominator of the speed of your progression. But yeah, we make sure that you have enough for what you want to do. So yeah, it's just a soft currency thing.
Yes. The main source is match rewards, but you also can get it, as it mentioned in the stables, through trophy rod and season pass as a reward. But main source is just participating in matches. You will, no matter if you lose or won the match, you will get some cash at the end of match. More if you won, obviously, less if you lose.
I like that. So there's a competitive aspect to it too. Perfect, Alex. Well done. Very well done. And guys, you can see I'm sharing my screen too. You can obviously follow along on my screen or in the Medium article we put in the comment section below too. But so this is a breakdown of all the resources, in Boss Fighters. We've covered basically all of them except for the final two, which we've discussed them, previously within the past, but to really dive in deep so everyone has a full, strong understanding of this crafting merging system as well as the resources associated. Let's talk a little bit about the Fusion Core as well as sponsor marks.
Okay. I'm gonna try to explain it really simple and really short. So Fusion Core is an additional currency that is required for some high tier merges of items and badges. and you get this fusion cores for burning, essentially, like burning other digital collectibles. Let's say you crafted a common or an uncommon item. Sorry, let me clear my throat.
You're doing great, Vadim. It's okay. I'm a little under the weather too, buddy. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, man. The seasons, the allergies are kicking in. He's still clearing his throat. Alex, you want to continue?
Yeah, I can finish after Vadim for sure.
Yeah, I'm back.
So,
okay, finish.
You can continue. No, it's okay.
Okay. Okay. So you crafted common or an uncommon item, and let's say, or maybe you just bought them from the marketplace, and you don't like the perks that they have. You don't see a strategy how you can merge them together to get what you need. So you can just burn them, and by burning those digital collectibles and only digital collectibles, you get in those fusion cores. And so those fusion cores, you need them for some high tier merges of the badges or just in-game, all those like game digital collectibles like weapons, tools, and like or even skins. So yeah, that's how fusion cores work. And sponsor marks, it's a little bit like a more complex thing. So this is like an additional currency. And if I draw an analogy from big time, it's similar to the shards or the terra cores. So it's a non-blockchain item that can be traded between players. So, and you get the sponsor marks every time you craft or merge NFTs. So it's sort of like a reward for crafting and merging NFTs. And you need these sponsor marks for crafting high-tier badges, and you can use them to level up showrunner contracts. And they can also be used in some like other things, but mostly they involve like things that allow you to generate tokens through the gameplay. Sometimes you need to spend those sponsor marks in the actions that involve like or like promote you towards like generating tokens as rewards in the game.
Perfect.
So sponsor marks are not necessary for crafts, and just answering right away Will's question. So they are not necessary for crafts. Like quite the contrary, they actually come as a reward for crafting and merging stuff in the game, digital collectibles.
Thank you, Vadim, actually for answering that in real time. That's actually super helpful because I was going to have to kind of dive into that a little bit. Okay, folks. So just to recap, so everyone's on the same page, right? Here we go. Craft, merge, perks, right? We discussed this. So the Web 2 aspect, common, all the way up to mythic. Again, that is going to give you power perks, right? Play the game, craft, that gets you power perks. Then the Web 3 aspect comes into the rarer rarities, if I can, I think I could say that. Rare rarities, which are exalted, exotic. Thank you, Alex. Transcendent and unique, which those give you value perks, which are the Web3 element as well, correct?
Almost. Value perks come from starting from common level as well. As
really?
soon as
okay.
Yes. As soon as Vadim mentioned, there are 5 value perks, and they come on same rarity levels as power perks. So common, rare, legendary give you 3 power perks and 3 value perks. Exalted and transcendent give you 2 more value perks. That's the thing. But they appear only if you convert an in-game item into a digital collectible. So if you didn't convert it on common level, if you merged it up to mythic and then decided to convert, you instantly get 3 random value perks.
Okay.
It kind of makes sense to start from the bottom, basically, like start crafting from the common level, because this way you control like the perk. At least you have a chance to control what kind of perks you're selecting in this merging process. So yeah, you can always go and convert like a mythic item, but then you get a random value perks. But if you start from the common, you kind of can select and pick. Yeah, you can select and pick.
Okay. No, I love that. I love that. That's super crystal clear. And so then now that we understand that, right, guys, then we also understand the perk aspect, the perk upgrading, which falls along, with the levels correlating to the item itself. And then,
What?
oh, you're cutting out, Vadim. You're cutting out. Okay, he'll come. His internet will come back. I believe it. Which then dives into the currency aspect, which is cash, flex, and BFT, but then also for the other aspects of reinforcers and variators, which you will use to craft in different aspects of your items as well. So as you see cash, that's earning gameplay, purchasing game, or obtain via Trophy Road and Season Pass. Where to use, craft, and merge all items. If you guys want to see this, you can go to the Medium article. I can also save this. I'll put it in general just for context too. But you have cash, flex, the BFT token, the reinforcer, the variator, the fusion core, and the sponsor marks. So we've covered everything under the sun with this. Alex or Vadim, is there anything else you guys want to mention specifically about this article? I feel like we've made it pretty crystal clear. Obviously, it's very extensive. There's a lot of depth and detail to it. But, if there's anything else you want to share about this article before we dive into the other stuff, feel free to do so.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I think we can proceed with the next topic that we have.
Okay. Okay. Alex, you're good?
Yeah, we covered everything.
I love it. Okay. Next. And first, we want to thank everyone. So now we're going to talk about the tournament aspect, guys. So first and foremost, thank you to everyone that participated in the tournament. Yes, the tournament, it's basically like a big reward community event aspect. We saw a huge influx in overall players, both fighters and VR bosses. And first and foremost, we just want to thank you guys so much for that, right? It's been one heck of a ride. It's only going to continue to get better and better. And so, we're very, very excited to continue to be with each and every single one of you guys on this journey. Now, talking about the tournament. So everyone's already been asking, yes, we have scheduled a tournament slot for Friday. That's right. This Friday we'll have a tournament slot. You can actually go into the event tab and or announcements, and it's actually correlated with your time zone. So you know exactly, no matter where you are in the world, it'll tell you the exact times the tournament windows are available. So you'll be able to see that. Secondly, which this is super huge, right? This is after we're talking with the team, talking with the community. Before I say this, I want this, to be crystal clear that, this decision was made because, we're listening to you guys, okay? We're taking your thoughts, your considerations, what you guys want, and we're making sure that we're bringing them into fruition. And so we are pleased to announce that we have, in fact, added prizes for PC players now going forward. So now PC players, so fighters, they too can earn contracts for outstanding gameplay. I know a lot of you guys are probably doing front flips, back flips, going crazy over this. But yes, fighters, we have now made it so you guys can, in fact, also earn show order contracts. So we want it to be known that obviously the VR boss experience, that is the crown jewel of our game. The VR bosses will always, reap the most rewards. And they're crucial. They're crucial to the entire aspect of this game. So we want to let everyone know that we will be awarding 4 contracts, okay? We will do 2 for this weekend's playtime/tournament event, and then the final 2 on the final tournament weekend in the following week. So that's huge news for you guys. If you guys need to learn more about the tournament, you can check out in the Medium article. I'll put that right here, right now in the chat as well for all you guys to check out. But that's super cool. That's awesome. And we're very, very excited about that. And, we're very passionate about that because, especially with talking, with Vadim a lot, we want to make sure that you guys know your voice is heard and that we always got your backs. Seriously, guys. So it's incredible. It's fun. It's exciting. Vadim and Alex, if there's any thoughts you guys want to share on the tournament, feedback on how much we appreciate everyone playing the tournament, how we've been going through all the feedback, playtest information stuff as well. I want to give you guys the floor to just share your thoughts and feelings of the community as well.
Yeah, the tournament was super great in terms of how many players joined. And to be honest, we were not prepared to have so many players to try to play the game, and it was super cool. So we see basically, I think when we look at the numbers, basically in 12 hours of the tournament play times, we hit our all-time high that we got when we had a dedicated Steam VR festival, like the exact numbers, something like that, which is huge. So it's not a Steam VR festival, at least I don't know of any happening right now, but we got as many players as we got back then. And yeah, thanks for your support. Like, it's super important for us. I know that game is like still buggy in some ways, but yeah, we're working on like huge updated version coming really soon, and we're gonna have another set of events and tournaments once we roll out this new build. So it's only gonna get bigger. We're gonna constantly pump out new activities, new rewards for engaging and playing the game. So let's just like play the game, this new tournament, and yeah, we decided to give our fighter players like some of those Toronto contracts. But as you said, Rand, like VR bosses, like, and I read all the feedback. Like, I know that it's a sweaty game for VR. So like, at least for me, it seems like it's an obvious thing to reward, like at least a little bit better reward VR players, because you're really working hard to catch those pesky fighters, right?
Absolutely, Vadim. I couldn't agree more, bro. I'm right there with you, man. I was playing VR a ton last weekend, competing and sweating my tail off. Dude, I'm probably down 10 pounds, man. 3 hours of Boss Fighters VR. I'll tell you what. Not only is it fun, but if you're trying to get a good work at it, I talk about sci-fi all the time. I was in their stream, actually. Big shout out to Sci-Fi. If you guys have not checked out their Twitch stream, make sure you do. They're incredible. They're a power couple. They're awesome. Love them to death. We appreciate them so much, this community. But I was making the joke, but it kind of was serious, to be honest, that like Sci-Fi High has to be in like the best shape of their life, because literally every playtime they are playing as a VR boss, literally the entire playtime, and it's just yeah, dude, there's a lot of sweat. You're right, it's sweaty, and even for the fighters, it's sweaty, not in the sense of physical sweat, but mental sweat. I mean, trying to survive and beat a boss like Sci-Fi. It's demanding and it's tough. So very exciting stuff. Super, super awesome stuff. Alex, anything you want to share before I go into the super big surprise reveal?
My take is way shorter and simpler. Some of you may notice I was playing last playtime. This playtime, I plan to play even more as a boss. So prepare your rocket launchers, rail guns, or whatever you have, and come to fight with me.
Yes, folks, try to take Alex down, guys. That is our lead game designer. He was running lobbies alongside with me, and I think I won one match. One out of about 20 matches I won. Alex, did you have a better outcome than that, I hope?
Yeah, I played last weekend. I played 31 match probably, and won 23 of them.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Well, I expect nothing less, Alex. I'm proud of you. Well done. Well done. I punched a hole in my ceiling on accident, actually.
Yeah, me too. I actually hit TV twice. I hit table once and almost broke my fingers, and hit the ceiling as well one or twice.
Dude, it's tough, man. It's tough.
75% win ratio. I hope this weekend I can achieve even higher.
Yeah, let's go. I like it. I'm going to be rooting for you, Alex. I'm rooting for you, man. I was talking big smack to all the fighters that were fighting you the whole time. I was like, y'all can't beat him. No way you can beat him. No way, no way, no way. And they love it. It gets them motivated. It's like when they fight Vadim. People, Vadim, they get scared. People get scared fighting you. I'm going to be honest. In a good way, though.
Even I'm scared playing against Vadim.
It's all good. It's all love. Okay, Vadim. Viewers, you guys have been amazing. Quick reminder at the end, after I say this last point, we are going to open it up to questions. So have your questions ready. Make sure you're locked and loaded. Vadim, is it time? Is it time to make the reveal into a little bit of our sneak peek, cryptic kind of thing we told him about early in the week?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay, folks. This is this is big. I'm going to build up a little suspense here. This is big. You guys are going to go probably insane over this announcement. And, before I say it, and I build up a lot of hype around it, I want to provide context to why we're doing this. Okay? So first and foremost, we understand that we can never have too many boss lobbies, right? We can never have too many VR players, right? We saw that with last week. It was just one incredible, shout out to all our VR bosses. Like everyone who was hosting lobbies and doing everything, we appreciate you more than you guys will ever know. It was absolutely incredible. And we know that with the game, and obviously with the App Lab release coming, we are going to get a big influx of bosses. But what we've really thought about as a team, is that we want to make sure that everyone can have the true boss fighters experience, right? And again, our VR bosses will always reap the most rewards. They will always be the crown jewel of our community. We want that to be known, okay, before we say this. And that's why, without further ado, guys, on behalf of the Boss Fighters team, we are so excited and so pleased to announce that coming potentially this summer, could be a little earlier, could be a little later, but coming this summer, we will in fact be introducing our very first PC-only mode. Rain, what the hell does that mean? Well, I'll tell you, folks. What it means is you can play as a fighter on PC. You can also play as a boss on PC. That's right. That's right, folks. You will be able to play as a boss on PC in this PC-only mode. Obviously, we want to make sure that everyone knows to get the full experience and the immersive abilities of this game, you want to be in VR, straight up. The VR players will always get the most rewards. We appreciate our VR players, but we want to give an opportunity to where we can have as many lobbies as possible. Everyone is able to play the game, enjoy the game with zero limitations or restrictions. And so because of this, coming soon, we will be, in fact, creating a very inclusive gaming experience where PC fighters and PC bosses can compete against each other. Ooh, Vadim, how are we feeling about this, man? Give a little context behind this. This is a big deal.
Well said, Ryan. Yeah, you really know how to bring up the hype. Okay, I'm happy to give a little bit more context about that. And this is actually a really interesting story, how this came into fruition. So initially, we had ideas about the PC-only mode for a very long time. And we were trying to figure out how to best approach this, how to introduce this, and still stay connected with the DNA of the game, that we have this asymmetrical matchmaking and this boss fighting theme, like the physics-based combat. So when designing this game mod, we thought that we need to preserve as much of the physical-based experience that you have in VR. Obviously, it's not possible 100% because the only way to get the full immersion, the embodiment, basically, and the boss, you have to use the VR and play. So it's just nothing like that when you running around in the VR and you chasing the fighters, you climb in the buildings and you throw in objects. So no PC mode can replace this, and we understand this. But we want to address, we want to open up the game for more players. And since we moving closer to our launch this year, we want to have a sufficient amount of players because we are also building a player-owned economy. This all means that we need to accommodate as many players as possible, but we still want to provide the quality game experience for all these players. And we had some ideas. Okay, let's make something like an Unreal tournament, when fighters are shooting fighters. But we kind of discarded this idea because this will contradict the idea and the DNA of the game, and we would have to support this game mode, and we would have to spend resources on 2 game modes basically, and this won't just be this just won't cut it. And we decided to focus on still the asymmetrical aspect of the game that we have, but make it possible to play as the boss on the PC. So it's not going to be you will have the exact same experience, because it's just nothing compares to VR. I'm a huge fan of VR. I understand this, and everyone who played the boss knows how it works. But what I can say, and you actually mentioned this, Ryan, multiple times this town hall, that the VR boss experience, will always be the crown jewel. This will be the top experience that you can get in boss fighters, and this will also be coupled with the exceptional rewards that we're keeping for the VR players. So I'm sort of hinting towards like the best way to play boss fighters and to get the most rewards, not only from the experience standpoint, but like from the resources, in-game items, and like the other stuff that you collect in the game. It still will be the VR boss mode. But you can still play, but you will be able to play as the boss on the PC. So we want like to loosen up this matchmaking thing and allow as many players as possible to enable the economy, to enable like the more vibrant community. So overall, we think if done properly, this can work really nice, and this will just allow more players to learn about the game, and eventually this might promote them to try it in VR because, like, yeah, we're gonna motivate players to go and try it in VR because we really love VR.
Absolutely, Vadim. I couldn't have said it better myself, man. Well done. Guys, this is a huge milestone for the project, a huge milestone of the game. We have now covered the economy. We've covered the tournament coming up this weekend's playtime. Make sure to check the events tab as well as next weekend's playtime. And also, we're now getting to the final part of our top discussion where we are going to be answering community questions in rapid fire. So if you have already asked your question, I'm just going to politely ask you guys to please type it again in the town hall chat. If you've already asked it before I put my posts in there with a line for you guys to put under it, I want to make sure I don't miss any questions. Ask your questions in there. After we go through all those questions, we'll then pull up the people who have requested to speak as well to ask their question in real time. And remember, the team is going to choose 3 people that we believe asked the best questions, provided the most engaging conversation, etc., to win the incredible fighter skins we're giving away today. They're awesome, they're unique, they're lit, and if you guys have seen how many people have entered the open loot giveaway for these skins, this is the best opportunity you'll ever have to get these skins. Straight up. So, without further ado, Alex and Vadim, are we ready for rapid fire?
Yes.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. Question 1, coming from Hope Winchester, great community member, by the way. Love this person. They're active. Anybody who posts any type of scam leak or anything, this dude is on it. He's low-key like an undercover mod. I want to put that out there. Hope Winchester, I want to give your kudos from the Alchemist clan. We love you, buddy. Question, do we need to be a boss to use showrunner contracts, or can anyone use it? And will we need something like spaces in big time? In that, the grammar's a little rough here. We will need spaces, something like spaces in big time. Is the stadiums going to be the spaces, and will be a metaverse to use them? All right, that's a little bit tough, but if you guys understand what he's asking, it would be perfect.
Yeah. So anyone can use showrunner contracts. The bosses, the fighters, everyone can use showrunner contracts. And there's actually was another question up there asking about, do you need some kind of a workshop item to craft items? No, you don't need. So so you need showrunner contracts that produce badges to collect tokens in the game by playing the game. But you don't need any of this to craft items or convert them into digital collectibles with the help of tokens. So you can import tokens into the vault of the open loot, and then you just can you will be able to craft items without any kind of workshop. So it's not unlike the big time when you need those forges and armories to craft items. You can just craft it.
Perfect. Next question coming in hot here comes from Merlin. This is a great question. Pretty tough, pretty deep. Short, simple, to the point. Merlin asks, why play the boss from VR if I can just play it from PC now?
Yeah, that's a really cool question. I love it. So, as we already mentioned, the VR experience will always be the top priority for us in terms of like the quality of the gameplay, the feeling, the embodiment, the immersion, and we want to pair this with exceptional rewards. So basically, like currently, our plans include like adding those sponsor marks, like for the VR players who play in VR. So not only are you getting like the full experience in terms of like the gameplay, but you're also getting some super valuable resources that you can trade on the marketplace. So you can get better rewards if you're like a Web3 enabled player by playing the boss. So we want to create like sort of a.
We lost you, Vadim.
Yeah. So that's basically it. So you're getting all the experience in VR, and I think it's just a good option. Like let's say you have like your headset run out of charge, and then you can switch to the PC. You can still play the boss if you like playing the boss and the feeling of dominating the fighters. But then when your headset is charged, you can go back at VR, and by playing in VR, you will get better rewards. So that's the bottom line.
Absolutely. Could not agree more. Next question comes from Will224S from The Alchemist as well. Question is, how will the one-time use badges be obtained? Through using the showrunner contract / stadiums, or will they be an in-game drop?
There will be in-game drops. You don't need any showrunner contracts, any stadiums, so it's like super simple. And we actually see this as a tool for onboarding more traditional gamers into Web3. So you just play the game and you set up your OpenLoot account, and if your all accounts are set up, then randomly you can receive this in-game drop, and you use this disposable badge, as we call it. It yields some tokens and then it disappears.
Perfect. And their follow-up question, this is a question we've been asked a lot. Their follow-up question was, how will the rest of the alpha passes be distributed, or will they just be burnt?
I think we have some plans around this. I'm not ready to answer it right away. Probably there's going to be another article coming in the coming weeks where we're going to explain the airdrop plan for the rowdies, for the alpha passes, for the alpha pass contents. So yeah, we kind of collected a series of items pre-launch of the game, and all of them gonna be honored with some kind of airdrops and other things. So we're working on this thing, so there will be airdrop schedule and all the plans. So it's probably better to address a little bit later. But yeah, we're gonna do something with them, so you don't be disappointed.
Perfect. Well done, Vadim. Well done. I couldn't agree more. Man, we have a lot of questions, so I'm gonna just try to launch as fast as I can to you guys. We're probably gonna go a little bit over the hour. Is that okay, Vadim?
That's okay. No worries at all.
Perfect. All right, this question comes from Carrot. Will you be able to play as a fighter on VR?
No, at least not in the foreseeable future. It's super complex thing to do. Yeah, it sounds like it's easy because you can install this VR injector, as one of the few community members already did. But
Yep.
it just takes. We already working on this PC boss mode, and it requires additional UI stuff, UX things. So adding another layer to the fighter experience will just gonna dilute our resources even more, and we don't want that to happen, at least before we launch the game and we stay in a relative safe place when we launch the game. Yeah, so then we can think about adding more things and more game modes.
Okay. This one comes from Overlord from The Alchemist as well. Will NFTs get NFT airdrops and smart collectibles get OpenLoot smart collectibles?
Well, that's a interesting question. So let me double check it. Smart collectibles and so NFT.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm actually not quite sure how to answer this right now. Maybe you can reformulate this question a little bit. Yeah, you can pin me in the chat later, and I'm gonna answer you this question.
Perfect. Overlord, hit up Vadim. He'll answer the question for you. Yeah, it's a very multifaceted question. But we want to make sure your voice is heard. Next question. How will Rowdy's titles align with the airdrops for the future utilities like contracts or stadiums? Will the 5 tiers be common, uncommon, rare, and so on from the bottom, or will they be the top 5 tiers like unique, mythic, etc.?
The latter. We already announced that the Rowdies will gonna get a promotion in their rarities. in the coming weeks. So once we like finalize like the other stuff that we're working on, then we can go back to this thing on the open loot, and yeah, they will get the 5 letter rarities. So the legend title is going to be unique. And based on the title, for the rowdies, the airdrop quality will differ. So the unique's going to get like the biggest airdrops. This will include the tokens, because like we want to like seed the community with the tokens, obviously, before the start. But also it does not only include tokens. Again, so there will be an airdrop plan. We're going to explain this, but there will be things like those disposable badges, like normal badges that you can craft. We're going to include like some showrunner contracts, and we also want to encourage people to play the game. So like some of these airdrops will be like allocated for the game activities and game activities before the launch, and some will be allocated to holding those valuable assets like Genesis assets like rowdies or alpha passes contents.
Okay, well done. Next question. Okay, I like this one. This is a very good one too. All questions have been great too. By the way, guys, thank you so much, community. This question asks, are we going to ever implement an AI bot for bosses?
Great question indeed. So we actually had plans to implement fighter bots when we hit the App Lab and the MetaQuest store. We anticipate to have a lot of VR bosses, and probably would need to like the nature of the asymmetrical matchmaking implies that there will always be some kind of imbalance, and the best way to balance this thing is by adding some AI bots in the form of like the fighter bots, or maybe the boss AI bot. The problem with the boss AI bot, it is way more complicated to do than the fighter bot, because like the fighter bot is just like it's a general stuff. You have all these common libraries for the AI within the Unreal Engine, and it's a like fairly straightforward thing to do. But for our boss, it's a little bit like it's a rather complicated task. So eventually, maybe we're gonna have the AI boss, but not in the release window, at least, and not in the near future.
Okay, these questions now come from Sci-Fi High. Question 1. Will there be renting in boss fighters? For example, renting of pure utilities or utility cosmetics, weapon skins, rowdy showrunner contracts, and stadiums? If so, how soon will we be able to learn more about it, and how soon will it potentially become available?
Absolutely. There will be available, all the assets will be available for renting, because we use an open loot ecosystem, and they have 7-day rentals and 30-day rentals. So basically, once we enable the economy, everything will become rentable, and this is just on your this is basically, it depends on you, what do you want to rent.
Perfect.
Everything that you convert into digital collectibles and everything that you can put on OpenNote, you can rent.
Good news, Sci-Fi. Good news. Okay, their follow-up question is, recent Medium articles hinted at the possibility of staking the boss fighters token. Will there be staking for BFT?
Okay, that's another very good question. Thank you for this, Sci-Fi High. So staking, and I want to really distinguish this. So staking is a little bit problematic from the legal standpoint, in the form of you stake tokens and then you get a passive income. So this is the exact thing that we cannot do from the legal reasons, because this is going to be treated as a security. We're working with an open loot. It's a regulated platform. And we don't want to have these issues with the regulators that the token might be treated as a security. But what we can do is, if you hold a certain amount of tokens in the vault, in the open loot vault, then we can airdrop some kind of items for you, but you still need to do something in the game to unlock them. So basically, the bottom line is not to get hit by the SAC and some other regulators. You still need to do something in the game. It doesn't have it must not be purely passive stuff. So we want to encourage you by like putting tokens in the vault, by granting you access like to better rewards probably, or like access into what we call it. And we're going to talk.
Oh, you cut out, Vadim. You cut out.
The better rewards. Yeah. So yeah, the bottom line is, the staking thing. It's something we cannot give you any passive income from the stake tokens because it's basically against the regulations. But we will drop some valuable NFTs that you still need to like unlock and play in the game for adding more tokens to your vault. So like think of it as this way. So yeah, we're gonna have those incentives in the game economy.
Perfect. Well done, Sci-Fi. Great questions. Then your third question, Sci-Fi, we covered that too. Just know we got you covered, Sci-Fi, and that third aspect of it. Mick Mio. Okay, these are a lot of yes or no questions. A couple you might have to go a little in depth, but we should be able to get through these pretty quick. This one comes from Mick Mio, part of the Alchemist Guild. Once again, we covered that one. Okay, number 2. Have we got any idea of which exchange we would need to use for the BFT token when released?
I'm not ready to talk about this, but hopefully we can get on the major ones. So I'm working really hard on it.
Perfect. Will the BFT token be stored on OpenLoot and other premium currencies?
Yes, so to enable all the stuff that requires tokens in the game, you first need to deposit the tokens onto your OpenLoot account. And same goes with the premium currency will be purchasable through OpenLoot and also through the UI within the game, because like the game will be on Steam, and on Steam it's not going to have those like the free parts, but still we're going to have the cash and the flex currencies in the game. So yeah, all the free stuff is being operated through the OpenLoot account. You deposit tokens there, then we read your OpenLoot account balance, and then you do this like manipulations with the merging, crafting of digital collectibles in the game if you have the OpenLoot account linked.
Okay, perfect. And Big Mio, you asked about 8 questions, so I'm just gonna make sure, because I want to make sure we get through everyone here. We are over time, but I want to make sure everything's good. So I'm just gonna go through these and get crystal clear, make sure there's nothing we've answered about them. Okay. This is a good one too. Okay, so with all the important utilities, stadium, showrunner contracts, if these are released only at uncommon and common, do these need crafted up, or will we be able to purchase higher levels at a later date?
So the badges can be crafted up, but to craft high tier rarity of the badge, you need a high tier of the contract. Right now we airdrop in commons and uncommons contracts, showrunner contracts, but later we're gonna have public sales on OpenLoot. When we're ready, we're gonna announce this, and probably we're gonna have some additional rewards. But yeah, once we launch this new big update, there will be a lot of new events, and probably they're gonna be like a few more sales down the line before we launch the token. But there will be an opportunity to get your hands on the high rarity contracts. That's for sure.
Okay, perfect. And so, guys, any questions that we haven't answered, feel free to tag us in general. Don't worry, I'll still make sure we keep you guys applicable to the giveaway. I'll make sure I go through all of them and get answers for you too. Just put them in general lobby. If I did not answer your question yet, put them in the general lobby, and after the space, I'll make sure to answer them. I do want to give the users an opportunity to come up here and ask their questions. They've been waiting so patiently up here. We got 3 BF whales that are coming up to speak. Up first is going to be Uber Stoic. Hop on up if you're still here and available. Feel free to ask your questions if they haven't been answered. Uber Stoic, so good to see you, buddy. How are you doing? Oh, we got the mic unmuted. Uber Stoic, can you talk? Oh, your mic might be bugged. Okay, while he's fixing that, Void Runner, I'm going to bring you up, Void Runner, feel free to come up. Void Runner, how you doing?
Hi. Good, thanks, and you, man?
I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. What questions you got?
Awesome, brother. So, basically, I'm just wondering, honestly, like, and I do have a suggestion as well. I don't come empty-handed, but I'm honestly wondering, like, when the team has played as a fighter, how long does it take you to get into a lobby when you don't have a friend who's being the boss? Because the reason being, on the weekend with the tournament, I recruited 2 friends. I tried to be the boss. Okay, I had technical difficulty. I didn't want to keep them waiting while I was troubleshooting. So that's for another day. But then we all tried to get into lobbies, even individually. And after 30 minutes, we just kind of threw in the towel and said, well, guys, let's play another game then. So, and I do have a suggestion, but I just am honestly asking, like, how long does it take you to get into a lobby?
Well, that depends on the amount of VR players currently active, and this is actually one of the reasons that we are working on this like PC boss mode to eliminate this problem in the first place. And another way to solve this is to launch the native application for the MetaQuest, which is actively in development. It's like super, like almost ready. We need to like go through this like approval processes and like fix some other bugs, but it's really close. So right now, it all depends on how many PC VR players are there, and how many lobbies they create.
Okay, cool. Because I do have a suggestion there. I mean, what about, having a lobby deserter status for a boss who leaves a lobby? Because, like for the tournaments, the private lobbies are disallowed, obviously, to encourage more lobbies and freedom for people to join more lobbies. So what's happening is the bosses are just leaving immediately when they see their friends didn't get in there, and they just keep on doing that. So that's why it takes 30 minutes. And a lobby deserter status for 5 minutes means they wouldn't be able to make another lobby for another 5 minutes if they leave. And part 2 of my suggestion is, when the private lobbies are allowed, because I realize they do have their place, like outside of tournaments, we could consider either limiting the number of private lobbies per day or incentivizing random lobbies by offering more rewards, etc. So those are my suggestions. I do also appreciate the PC-only version, but obviously with the VR being the core part of the gameplay, that's my suggestions.
Yeah, thank you for the suggestions. So we'll try to do our best to eliminate these problems, but again, like we don't want to overextend our resources, and so all of these things that you bring up right now, they are like being a part of the next big update, because like they kind of technically incompatible. So that's why we focus on the next big thing and not necessarily pushing the like development part of this current build, because it's like wildly different architecture, and it just like doesn't make sense for us in terms of like the production production value that we're getting from these updates. But the matchmaking stuff that you mentioned, it is actually like already implemented in this new big update. So like the AFK timers, like we can track the activity of players, and the dedicated service. So once this update goes live, and if like when we ship it properly, like with eliminating all the major bugs, then it's gonna solve most of these issues that we have in right now with the matchmaking.
Okay, awesome. Glad to hear it. And yeah, obviously I don't expect miracles overnight, but just something to think about for the longer term of the game. I've got another 2 quick questions, if you don't mind. These are short ones. Does the game currently work with Steam VR directly, or can you only do that through virtual desktop?
It works directly. I think we have the so you have to check the how to play guide, and our QA team, they have all the VR devices in the world. They tested the game on all these VR devices, and yeah, it basically works. So if you have any questions, please tag the guys from our team in the channel, and but it should work there, because like we have the guidelines out there in Discord. You can check it how to use it, like with the Steam VR, with the virtual desktop, and like things like that. So
Okay, awesome. All right, cool. And then on to my last question, which is about the summary of the latest economy thread. What are arena invites? Like, for example, when do I need these and how do they work?
One more time. You said arena invites and how do they work, correct?
Yes, like when do I need these and how do they work?
Okay, fantastic. So I don't know if we can cover that yet. Alex, do you want to go a little bit in depth in that?
Yeah, sure. So arena invites, it's kind of special item that allow you to access another game mode. So you cannot join it by default like you play in common matches, right? Normal matches. But that game mode requires tickets, and only players with tickets can join it, and it will be slightly different from normal experience. It's one thing, and another thing, rewards also will be slightly different there. But we still working on the game mode, so we not sharing much information yet, because what we may say today, tomorrow can be redesigned, since it's still on quite early stage of design.
Awesome. Okay, thank you. That's all from me.
Hey, we got your back, buddy. Always love seeing you, Void Runner. Appreciate you so much, bro. Ethereal, you added Void Runner in front of it now. I know who you are. I know who you are, fam. Hey, I got the name right too. You like that? Oh,
Yeah,
it's Ether
yeah,
Real.
for sure.
It's Ether. I did it wrong again, didn't I?
Either way, as long as you know who I am.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. All right, bro. Much love. Thank you so much for your questions.
Thanks, bro. Much love.
All right, talk soon. Okay, Uber Stoic, brother. Always
what's
good to
up,
see
guys?
you, fam. Our one of one rowdy holder, by the way. Uber Stoic, hope you're having a great day. What's your
Yes,
questions,
sir.
brother?
My question is, well, I'm just want to say, you guys is
The mic is still not working.
no, it's not working.
Oh, you're back, Vadim.
Can you hear
Vadim,
me?
you're
Yeah.
back. Yes.
I
yes.
can hear you.
Yes.
Vadim, can you not hear him?
Yes, I can hear you guys, but I was just telling that Storic's mic is not working. The icon is showing that it's muted, or like I don't know, maybe the
But
he had
can
some
can
problem.
he? But he can't hear me.
I don't think
Yeah.
Vadim can hear you. Alex, can you hear him?
Yeah, I can. Clear and loud.
Okay. Okay, Uber Stoic, ask anything to Alex, and you'll be good.
Okay. Yeah. So no, I just wanted to say, you guys' updates are so awesome. I'm so looking forward to them. You know, I minted the project, got lucky enough to get the unique, and it's like I've just been holding. I remember I was getting offers for like swapping for one that was right below mine, and I was like, oh man, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. And now I'm just like, I'm so glad I didn't do it. But you know what my question is? One of my questions was the personal metaverse. I know you guys are kind of following the line of big time. Are you doing anything like a personal metaverse space? I know you don't have to use it to craft things. I heard that, but like, will there be artifacts and things that we can get in game and like put in our metaverse or anything like that?
It's a good question, obviously. I'd say it's too early to share.
Can you please repeat the question, because I haven't heard a word from Stoic? Because I don't have an idea in the slightest what was the question about.
So shortly, he was asking if we going to have something similar to spaces of big time.
Okay, so yeah, that's a good question. So the stadiums are not similar to spaces. I can say this for sure. So you don't need. So every time the space is the ground building block for all the items that you place on your personal metaverse. So we don't have
Right.
this. Stadium serves a little bit different purpose, but it might have some of the attributes of the space in terms of like the random drops of some items, but it's not like that. So we can try to simplify the economy and like extract the most valuable ideas from the big time economy and build our own economy on based on those assumptions that what are the most valuable parts of this economy, how can we make it better, and yeah, spaces are like important for big time, but they're not essential for our game, so we don't have them.
Gotcha. Understood. I do have other questions that I want to ask you guys one-on-one later on. I made
Actually,
a
don't know
ticket.
if you heard me or not, because I'm getting constant.
still
He
can't hear me.
hears you. He hears you, Vadim. He hears you. He hears you.
Tell
I'll
him.
translate.
Okay.
I got you, Uber. Continue.
Thank you for the rundown. Translate.
I got you. He said, "Thank you for the rundown, Vadim."
Okay, that's super weird because I don't hear you at all.
Yeah, I was on my phone trying to do it. I'm actually in a shrapnel tournament with 409 shrap and about ready to extract in 53 seconds. So, yeah.
He said he's in a shrapnel tournament ready to extract with 493 shrap right now in 52 seconds. So it's intense. He apologizes.
Yeah. I tried to use it on my phone. My phone didn't work, so now you're in my headset. I want to do one-on-one. I want a one-on-one talk with you guys about some stuff that had happened, 2 years ago. Things from early stuff. But my next thing is, one thing is the marketing of boss fighters.
One sec, Uber. One sec. Let me tell him that part because I'm
ahead.
not going to remember it all. Okay. He opened up a ticket and wants to know if he can have a one-on-one conversation with each of us, just about some stuff that went down 2 years ago.
Okay.
He said, okay. Yeah, that was kind of cryptic. Is it good or bad stuff? Uber, we're kind of nervous.
Well, no, I think it's good stuff. I'm just.
He said it's good stuff, Vadim. It's good stuff.
Good stuff. Don't freak him out.
Okay. He said not to freak you out. Okay, we're good. Continue, Uber.
All right. Oh no! I just died. Damn.
No, you died.
I
I
got grenaded.
Oh shit.
Bummer. So the marketing was the next question. Is that was you guys got such a good product going, but I don't feel like the marketing is where it needs to be. I mean, especially with you guys
Real quick.
Okay.
Vat, yeah, you got to go one at a time here. I'm not gonna be able to get it all. Vadim, he says.
Now I am just muted. Sorry, I'm so dumb.
Oh, you had him accidentally muted. Okay. This makes this way easier now.
Sorry,
all right. Start from the top, Uber. Start from the top.
So with marketing, you guys have such a good thing going, such a good with the VR. Now you're switching it where PC players can play the bosses, so you're not going to have that bottleneck there. When are you going to start opening up your marketing? Because I mean, you guys are on open loop, man. You got Big Time is like the #1 Web3 game right now, just making heaps of money. There's so much opportunity there, but I feel like your marketing is way lagging. What are you guys going to do with partnerships and just to get that going?
Great question. Actually, like next week we're gonna start like a huge Twitter campaign. So, and actually, this is what we discussed internally with the whole team today. So I was basically explaining what is the process of launching this kind of Web3 game to the market and what do we need to do, and the marketing of this is also like really important aspect. So we're gonna grow our Twitter followers, so you can expect the airdrops, some kind of quests activities in the Twitter. So we need to amass our Twitter followers. We have secured a lot of good partnerships. We have all the backing from the Overload and Big Time team that we need. So like the listings, the contacts, and the market makers. So and this makes it very bullish that we can make a really successful launch. We just need to like crank up the marketing activity in the coming months to reach to hit certain milestones. That's why we're opening up the game mode, adding this PC boss mode to eliminate this bottlenecks, because we need basically to hit some KPIs. Basically it's still a business, and like launching the game like that on a Web3 market, especially when everything is super hot right now, will require a lot of effort from us. But we are ready to embrace it, and we're ready to go.
Right. So right now, crypto Twitter attention is so diverted. It's literally the currency of Web3 right now is attention. And some things I'm sure you're probably familiar with things like Nyan Heroes and the the Mon missions that are going on. These are all missions, and like if you go on their Twitter, like people, like thousands, like tens of thousands of people are farming these for airdrops, and it's just like it's bringing so many people eyes onto it. For me, even as an investor, because I mean that's kind of where you want the gamer and investor who's going to play and invest. So I'm farming these, and like I've noticed there's so much attention on these things, and like that's where Boss Fighter needs to go is in that direction. Are you familiar with the Nyan heroes and things that are going on right now?
Yeah, I know about that. No. So I'm talking constantly to industry leaders, and like they're basically telling us the same thing to do. We just need to put everything together, and yeah, you're gonna see us doing some major strides in the marketing, very soon. So yeah, we have some major plans there.
Okay, awesome. I mean, it's you guys have completely shifted. I would like from the last 3 months, 6 months. I'm just I got a DM from Sci-Fi High, and he was like just so excited. He got me all excited, and now we're all in, man. You know, one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is streaming and things like that, making content. I know I made a little piece of content where Sci-Fi just swatted me out of the sky and killed me. I want to do more stuff like that, you know. So
Yeah, that's gonna be cool. We actually preparing the new arena, new update, and the stadiums will play a crucial role in the streaming in the future. So I can't ready. I'm not ready to talk about this just yet. But the stadiums actually play like a really important role in the streaming, in the community building. Yeah, it's a really cool thing that we add into the game.
awesome.
Okay,
Thank you for the
okay.
question.
Yeah, they were fantastic. Uber, so you're good, bro? You're good? Anything you
I'm-
want to connect on at all, just let me know.
Yes, sir. Yep.
I got you. Yeah, I don't know if I want to say this. I'll say it. You can DM me, bro. You can DM me.
Okay.
That everyone else that you guys know, that doesn't go for everyone else here. No team members will accept DMs or anything under the sun. I'm always saying to Uber Stokes, he's been in this community for the damn near existence, the birth of the project, owns the one of one. So like, I know I can trust this man wholeheartedly to not destroy my life. So
Amen. I won't destroy your life.
you've earned those kudos. Congratulations, Uber.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, they're already DMing me. See, damn it, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It's okay, buddy. All right, awesome. I love that. Thank you so much. Okay, Bison, before you unmute, I'm just going to let you know. I'm going to keep it real. We're almost 30 minutes over, Bison. There's been a lot going on. We got a lot of stuff we got to do. So I'm going to politely ask, because I know you're always super excited, and we love you. You're the cat of the community. Try to ask some short, sweet, simple questions that have to do with the discussion today. It's my challenge for you, Bison. I'm rooting for you, buddy. Take it away, pal.
Yeah. Hello. So like, yeah, I'm short on time. You guys are short on time, so I'm gonna go rapid fire. So yeah. So for merging things, merging the digital items, will we need KYC? That will we need to be able to be 18 plus to do that?
So if you're talking about the digital collectibles that are tradable on OpenLoot, I think on OpenLoot you need to KYC if you want to withdraw items.
No, merging.
You don't need to to go with KYC. So I think you can set up an OpenLoot account without doing any KYC, and you get access to all the Web3 features. KYC is required when you withdraw items or you withdraw cash from the OpenLoot.
All right, so yeah, I won't need to have a KYC, right?
Yeah, and say like the 2000 USD KYC is needed. Yeah, that is correct. So if you join an asset that is worth more than 2000, or like you basically like 2000 in cash, then you need to KYC.
All right,
so.
yeah.
Also, one important thing to mention, it may be not obvious from articles, but all the merging and crafting inside the game. So you don't need to go to any extra platform to have or whatever else, everything happens inside the game.
All right. So, yeah, because I was kind of worried. So, yeah. Third. So, I got a suggestion that was saying that that the team should enable matchmaking, right? And Alex here responded with that you guys decide to not add matchmaking, but because he said he would check with the team, which I didn't get a reply. So I wanted to ask in this town hall if there's a reason why we don't have matchmaking with the massive influx of.
Yeah, that's super simple to answer. So the matchmaking system was implemented into this part of the build, but it wasn't stable enough for this lot of players because it's still peer-to-peer. So we decided to disable it for the time being and really focus on the matchmaking for the dedicated servers build, which we are working on and about to ship in the very near future. So this is where matchmaking will gonna work properly.
All right. So, my last question. Well, last. Will we be able to trade our currencies, like Flex, Cash, Fusion, or something like that? Like, will we be able to go to someone and say, yeah, I'm gonna give you 5 Flex? Like, can we do that or no?
Yeah, great
So,
question. So
right.
yeah. So the Flex you buy directly from basically from the game shop or from the open shop, and it's only one way. It's a one-way transaction. But you can trade at least in the current. Oh, sorry, I'm breaking up a little bit. So you can trade the sponsor marks. So by crafting and merchant digital collectibles, you get as a reward for this activity, you get the sponsor marks. And these sponsor marks can be traded on the open marketplace between players. Similar to the terror cores, the refined shards, so similar to this.
So yeah, like we won't be able to yeah. So last question. So you said that you would implement AI fighters, right? Later in the.
Yeah, it's still in the pipeline, like the AI bots, AI fighters.
So my question is, how are we gonna be able to are the bots going to be when a lobby is not full, or are they going to come when you begin the game, you start to when you're a boss and that you play you're a new boss and you don't know how to play, and you have these little fighter bots instead of real players. Is it gonna be like that?
So that's still in development, but that's a good way of thinking it. So yeah, having AI bots that not instantly kill you if you're a newbie VR boss specifically is a good way to start the onboarding process. But again, those are not yet implemented; they are in the making. So we kind of
It's not
reprioritized
sure.
our we reprioritized our development to speed up this PC boss mode. So basically, we want to accommodate as many players as possible, and then we can focus on the AI bots to balance and fill the gaps in the matchmaking schedule.
All right. Well. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Okay, I just remembered one last question. I know it's kind of a joke, but I'm sorry. Um. So will we be able to see if a boss is a VR player or a PC player, and will it be as fun? Like, will it feel janky or unnatural as a boss on PC or not?
Well, you have to wait and see how it works, but we try to. So the PC boss is actually based on the core mechanics of the VR boss. So it still exists. You're still gonna feel the lag, the weight of the weapons, but the controls are like on the keyboard and mouse or the controller. And yeah, from the outside, it's still gonna look at this guy is playing from the PC, because like when you play in VR,
Oh, we
Connection issues.
yeah,
again.
connection
Yeah.
issues.
But I can continue on that. So I think Vadim wanted to say
not
that
only
it will be noticeable that the player is playing PC, because visually it will be different because you're not physically, right? You're moving with mouse. So VR experience is most natural. PC, it's a kind of trade-off between willing to play boss and not having a VR. So you can get similar experience. We try to do our best to make it feel good, to make it play nice. But obviously, it will be different in some aspects from VR because it's not you moving. Because
So yeah, I think you like answered my
I'll
question.
probably cut out. I'll probably cut out when I was explaining this, but yeah, Alex
Yeah,
said well.
cut out. Yeah.
So basically, this whole system is still based on the physics-based VR boss. So everything in VR boss is physical, and once you play the new version of the game, we actually enhanced all of these mechanics, like the inertia, the weight of the hands, the weapons. This all will be translated to the PC boss. So you're still gonna feel that this lag, but the control scheme is quite different. And yeah, it will be noticeable from the outside that this guy is playing on the PC as the boss, and this guy is like the true VR boss.
So yeah, we will be able to see if a boss is PC player or VR player. Like, is there gonna be a little icon saying he's a PC or VR?
yeah, probably we will mark in interface, like in pre-match window, we will see.
So yeah, because I was hoping like we could choose if like in the matchmaking, like if there's gonna be a matchmaking in the future, I would like, is there gonna be a setting where we could play only with PC bosses or VR bosses or both?
Probably not, because well, it's a bit unfair to a certain type of, right? If you say, oh, I don't want guys, matchmaking works automatically and based on some parameters you're on. So it will match PC players, but you will know PC. So yeah, you cannot choose against who you want to play, because like just it's unfair, right? It's up to those people to decide if they want this PC.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. Yeah. So so I saw in the merging, like in the merging part, like I saw that you could in the picture, I saw that you could merge the basic armor and like the other basic weapons. Does that mean we will be able to obtain these basic armors?
Yes, you will get them as wards after, and from trophy rod and battle pass.
So right, yeah, fair. So yeah, I think yeah, that's my questions. So yeah, I think that's all. Thank you for answering all these. Appreciate it.
All right. Damn, this has been one heck of a good time. It's been a phenomenal town hall. Vadim, Alex, thank you guys so much for staying over time. We're 40 minutes over, but that's okay. You know, I think that it was definitely worth it. We had a whole bunch to talk about, answer, and I think making sure the whole community is, you know, on the same page and really understanding where everything's at is uber important. So before we close this out, Vadim, Alex, anything you guys want to share before we end it?
Well, I don't know what to add. to this whole like bulk of information that we just spewed on you. So let's just digest all of this a little bit and like drop your questions in the general chat. We're gonna slowly answer them, or like maybe open up tickets if you have some specific questions, Uber. So yeah, let's chat in the tickets. So yeah, really wish you a great weekend. Have a good time competing in this like small tournament that we have, and hopefully we can deliver this new build really soon to you guys, because I'm super excited to play this new build with you.
Absolutely, folks. As always, if you're a fighter, keep on fighting. And Bison, what comes next, Bison?
If you're a boss, keep on bossing.
Yes, sir. All right, folks, have a fantastic day. We will see y'all soon, and stay tuned and get ready to compete for the tournament tomorrow. Amazing rewards. And remember, fighters, you have your opportunity, man. You can earn showrunner contracts starting tomorrow. We'll see y'all soon. Peace.
GG's.
Peace.
So yeah, this is my Townhall now. This is my Townhall. Y'all decide what to do, okay? I tell you guys what to do, and you are gonna listen, okay?